Hi everyone. So talking about sciatica pain, and I was like, wow, that's something to do. I know I've suffered from sciatica pain, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has too. The most common is the one that starts like in the butt area. It's the glute area, but the butt area, and it goes down your leg, and it can get so painful that you can't sit, you don't want to lay down, you don't want anything. Um, Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you that though heat might help temporarily, heat actually is not going to help it because it's going to increase the inflammation, which will impinge on that nerve more. Ice is your best option. You can do ice heat, ice heat, ice heat. But you definitely want to use some ice because that'll help um, get some of the inflammation down. Now, the one that starts, the common one that starts in the glute area is because of a specific muscle. And I'm going to show you a picture of this muscle. And then after I broadcast this, I'm going to actually take a picture and put it in the comment. But this is the muscle. It is called the piriformis, okay? It is a lateral rotator, and it also abducts. So it laterally rotates. So if you take your leg and you turn it outward from the hip down, that would be lateral rotation. Abduction is also taking away. So taking away. So here's your legs together. Abduction would be coming out like this. So it does those two motions. It laterally rotates and it abducts. So it piriformis is literally like, here's the picture of the piriformis. The sciatic nerve is coming out like right underneath it, okay, and going down the leg. So when this piriformis gets really tight, it impinges down on that nerve. So what can you do? I already mentioned ice and heat. You don't want to just do heat by itself. If you're going to use heat, use ice first because heat increases inflammation. So that would make everything kind of become more inflamed. So here's a little nerve and everything's becoming more inflamed and we're clamping down on it more. So you want to use ice and then heat and then ice and then heat and kind of go back and forth with that kind of cryo and then thermotherapy, which is cold and hot therapies. I've seen a lot of people say use the ball, use the use water bottles and lay on them and do that. That's great for in between times, but flared up, when it's flared up like it is, when you don't want to sit down on it and stuff, I have found in my experience with my clients that that doesn't work. That actually makes it worse. What you need to do, and I will try to get pictures tonight. I'll do it. Just need someone to take pictures of me. You want to lay down on your stomach. Okay, you want to lay on your stomach. You want to put a pillow, two pillows about, maybe 2 feet away or a foot away from your body. You want to bring your leg over, put it on top of that, and then let your knee, your bent leg, you're going to bend your leg. You're going to put your knee, which is here, on the pillow, and then you're going to let your leg fall over onto the other leg. You want to do this, just let it fall. If you have someone to help you, that's even better. So like if you have your daughter or your husband or your fiance or your wife or someone, they hold your leg at that 90-degree angle and then they slowly are going to help bring it down. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your, I don't know if you can see this, but you're going to bend your leg and then you're going to let it laterally rotate. You're going to let it laterally rotate on that pillow, but you want to do it passively. Passively means you're not doing it. That's why if you have someone that can help you, it'll help even more. Okay, so you want to bring your leg up. I'll use one of my daughter's babies. Okay, we're going to use Elsa here. Okay, you're going to bring your leg up like this. Can you see that 90-degree angle? You're going to bring it out to that pillow. You're gonna prop it up on that pillow, and then you're slowly gonna bring it so it actually creates a figure 4 with the leg. Okay, so you're gonna have, say, if you can have someone help you, you're gonna let them have your leg. You're gonna lay on your stomach. They're gonna bring your leg out. You're gonna lift it up onto that pillow, and then they're going to just kind of help it go along. Try not to do anything to help them, because then you're tightening that muscle. So you want to just let it go. Pretend it's a bowl of cooked spaghetti, nice and limpy. Okay, so again, you want to take it out, prop it up on the pillow, and then just let it fall. And what this does is it shortens the muscle like in a contraction, but it shortens it passively. So you're not actually tightening that muscle. And I have found over the years with my clients that what happens is it allows that muscle room to give up, to give in, to let go. So what happens is as the leg is coming down, the muscle's giving in, muscle's allowing for movement. And so therefore, you're giving it that space it needs to let go of whatever's going on there. Okay, so I would recommend, and this is what I've done with clients, is you do that, and then like I'll have clients, they say they feel a lot better after that, and I still tell them to go home and ice and then heat it. Ice and then heat it. Now, stretching. When you're going to stretch your piriformis, it's the opposite action of, no, yeah, it's the opposite action, sorry, of what it does. So if your piriformis laterally rotates your leg, okay, and it abducts your leg, what you want to do is the opposite action to stretch it. So instead of laterally rotating, you want to do this, medially rotate. So that looks kind of easy, but how about if we lay down? Can you medially rotate it this way? Okay. You can also lay on your back, and then you bring it across your body, your whole leg across your body. And by doing that, you actually will help stretch that piriformis out, which is, I wouldn't do that while it's inflamed. Get it to calm down first. Get it to calm down. Use the ice and the heat, and then do the it's called a positional release, the one where you're on your stomach and you bring your leg out and then up and then let it fall down. That's called a positional release. You're releasing it positionally. So by doing that, get it to calm down a little bit, then you start stretching it. So bring leg to 90 degrees and then across your body. Bring leg to 90 degrees and then cross your body. That's a great stretch. You can do that knee bent or knee straight. Okay. Those are ways to help you guys with your sciatica. That is it's called a positional release, the first thing I showed you. That's where you're laying on your stomach, use a pillow, bring your leg out, and then you prop it up, and then you just kind of let it fall. By letting it fall, you're allowing the positional release to happen. If you're helping it, you're not. So the best thing is if you have someone else that can help you, a daughter, a husband, a fiance, a girlfriend, a wife, any kids, any of them can help you with this. It's not difficult. By doing the positional release, you're welcome. I don't know which one it is, but you're welcome. I'm hoping that it'll help. I know that one woman I know had this problem this morning and was asking about it, so that kind of triggered me to think about, hey, well, I should do a live today on it. That specific positional release does help, and 9 out of 10 of my clients, I can get almost immediate results with it. So by doing that, especially if you have help, that should give you immediate results. It might not get rid of the problem 100%, but you should feel it not hurt so much. Then you do the icing and the heating. Remember, ice and then heat. And the reasoning is that heat brings more inflammation, which will tighten down on that nerve more. You don't then heat. You'll get better results from that. Okay? And then the stretching. And I can only show you the stretching again. I have Elsa to help me, so we can do the stretching again, which is stretching, lay on your back, bring your leg up 90 degrees, and then over. You can also do knee bent and then over. Same thing, up, over, or 90 degrees and then over. What you want to do when you're stretching is the opposite of its action. So if it's a lateral rotator, Elsidol does that, laterally rotates. It also is an abductor. So abductor does that. So you want to make sure when you're stretching, you're doing the opposite of those motions. That'll stretch the piriformis the best way. Now, the piriformis is 9 times out of 10, if it's your sciatica issues coming from your butt area or your glute area, it's because of this beautiful muscle right here. Can you guys see it? Beautiful muscle, and it's nice and deep. It's one of the deep 6 lateral rotators of your hip. It's underneath all 3 glutes, and it really it's deep in there. So, and like I said, I have found that using balls and using the water bottles and sitting on them or that does not help while in pain. It will help as things calm down. If you're in that, you can't sit down, you can't lay down, you can't walk, you're in that aspect of it, then that stuff won't help because it's just going to irritate it to get it to calm down. The positional release calms it down, the icing and heating calms it down, and then the stretching. Okay, so I really hope this has helped you guys. I hope this made a difference and gave you a little bit of value and a little bit of understanding of that specific muscle, and also how to solve that horrible sciatica issue. I've had it. I know it. I've worked with lots of clients with it. It is a horrible, horrible pain. So I hope that helps, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.